Hi everyone, it's Dannii. Take two. Hi everyone, it's Dannii. So for today's video I am filming a get ready with me / makeup tutorial kind of thing because I wanted to throw all of the products, well not all of them, but a lot of the products which I've picked up recently into one video so that you can sort of see them on rather than me just doing a haul and talking about them. And they're all very spring summer orientated, so I thought while I'm at it I would throw in a bit of a summer spring outfit because I am going out today for lunch with my parents, so I wanted to dress up a bit in a nice summery outfit, but unfortunately I am going to have to wear tights and a jacket because it is still quite cold in England, but nonetheless I wanted to be summery and I wanted to film a summer makeup look. So if you'd like to see how I achieved this makeup look and see what outfit I'm wearing today, then keep on watching. So I started off by applying the By Terry Hyaluronic Summer Bronzing Hydra Veil in shade 3, which is Ultra Tan. So this is the darkest shade, and I applied this all over my face. You will see that it is very dark and it does come out making my skin just look like I have so much fake tan on, but it's really nice to use underneath your foundation because it creates a really nice bronzing base and means that your foundation shade will look that little bit darker if it is too light for you in the summer, and it will also give you a sort of lit from within bronzed glow. Where I cannot talk today. You could mix this in with your foundation or apply it on top of your foundation as more of a bronzer, but I thought I'd try it out today just all over underneath my foundation because it was my first time using it. There are two lighter shades, but I went for number 3 because I found that number 2 actually looked darker on me because the type of tone that it was, and number 1 was obviously just way too light. But if you are paler than me, then I would suggest going for number 1 or number 2. I think number 2 would be better if you have more of a pinky undertone to your skin. So after that I went on and used my NARS Sheer Glow foundation. I picked this up maybe a month ago. I have used it a couple of times, but I thought I would use it today anyway because it is my newest foundation purchase, and I did use this a couple of years ago, so you may have seen this in one of my older videos before, but I just picked it up again recently because I did really love it before, but then for some reason I got rid of it and I have no idea why, so I thought why not pick it up again for the summer because it is a really nice everyday foundation. It's sort of a medium coverage. You can make it more of a light coverage and you can build it up to more of a full coverage, but it just has a really lovely natural look to it. It doesn't look shiny or matte, it just looks very natural and it stays really nicely on my skin all day. And I have the shade Stromboli, which is medium 3. And then after that I went on to use my favourite NARS concealer, which is the Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard. This is a little bit lighter than my skin tone, so it does really help to brighten up under the eyes and also balances out the bronzing primer that I use just to make sure I don't look way too tanned. So yeah, I do really like this because it's just a really good concealer. It's not too heavy or cakey, but it does really cover everything perfectly. Next onto brows, and I used my new Bobbi Brown brow kit. This is in the shade Saddle / Mahogany, which I believe is the darkest shade. I've really got into using powders in my brows recently rather than a pencil. I'm not sure why. It does take a bit longer, but I find that it looks a lot more natural and I can kind of get the colour I want a lot better, especially with this one because it does have 2 shades. I tend to use the darkest shade sort of underneath to line and then on the tail of my brow, and then I'll use the lightest shade at the front just so that it has a nice fade and it doesn't look too harsh all the way through. So yeah, I really do like this and it does really last all day long, and it was over £30, but I would definitely say it's worth it because you get 2 shades and they are huge shades, so this will last me I'd say like a year or 2, so that's perfect. And then I just set everything in place with the Bobbi Brown Natural Brow Shaper in Clear because I need to set my brows. Next I went back onto face and I did my contouring and bronzing. So I used my Laura Mercier contour palette. This is the Flawless Contouring Palette, and I picked this up recently in Space NK because I don't have any cream bronzers or contours and I really wanted to try them out for summer because I really like using cream products in summer. So this one is perfect because it has so many shades. It's got 3 contour shades and 2 highlight shades. One is a yellowy highlight and one's a more bronzy highlight, so perfect for whatever look I'm going for. And I tend to use the lightest contour shade to contour first of all, and then I will go on to use the medium contour shade just in the sort of very back bits of my cheekbone just to contour a little bit more and make more of a shadowy fade, which I really like. And yeah, I haven't used the darkest shade at all yet. I'm quite scared to use it because it is quite dark, but I might try it at some point to see if it is actually usable, because then it will be great to know that I can use the whole palette on my face. And then whenever I use a cream product, I usually like to go over it with a powder just to make sure that it is going to stay in place. So I just used my Jouer bronzer in Sunswept, which is a really nice lighter bronzer shade, I'd say, compared to some of my others. And I just applied this on top of my contour on my cheeks and a little bit on my forehead, and then I just went over the rest of my face a little bit because why not? And then moving on to blush, I used the NARS Dual Intensity blush in Frenzy, which has a really nice peachy blush shade and a really nice champagne-y highlight shade. So I first went in with the blush shade with the NARS Me brush and applied that to my cheeks sort of a bit further back, and you do have to build up this blush on the brush quite a bit because it does kind of have a bit of a layer on the top, which once you work through, obviously it'll be a lot easier to use, but at the moment I'm finding I'm having to build it up quite a bit, which I don't really mind because the colour then looks really nice and subtle and natural, but still gives you that pop on your cheeks. So I applied that first, and then I went in with the highlight shade on the Kevyn Aucoin large fan brush and just applied that to the tops of my cheekbones and a little bit down my nose. Moving on to eyes, and I first applied the Chanel Illusion d'Ombre in Emerville, which is a really nice pinky champagne shade, and it's just my favourite base to use if I want something nice and light and summery. So I applied that first, and then I went in with the Charlotte Tilbury Colour Chameleon in Amber Haze and just applied that to sort of the outer half of my eye and also underneath my eye, just for a little bit more definition but nothing too harsh. And I just really like using cream products in the summer, and they just blended really nicely together. So I used those two, and then I just blended everything out. And then for mascara, I used my absolute favourite, which is the Kevyn Aucoin The Essential Mascara. This is just a sample which I'm using up before I move on to the full size that I have, but this is just absolutely perfect. It's got a natural fibre brush, which I don't usually like, but with this mascara it really works, and it's slightly curved, so it's really easy to get into the base of your lashes, and it's just perfect, so I'd really recommend it. And then finally moving on to lips, I just blotted my lips first with a tissue just to get rid of my lip balm, and then I lined them with the MAC lip liner in the shade Chick Trick, which is a really nice corally pinky shade. And then once I'd lined my lips, I applied the NARS Audacious lipstick in the shade Grace, which is just a really lovely corally shade. It's a bit deeper and a bit brighter than the lip liner, but they do pair really nicely together, and as you can see, it's just a perfect summer pop of colour, and it has a very slight glossiness to it, but they do still stay in place all day when you put them together because the lip liner just really helps the lipsticks to hold to your lips. So yeah, I really love this combo together. It is the first time I've worn them together, but I have worn the lipstick before and I do love it. So that's everything for makeup, and then I just went over my hair with my GHD Rose Gold straighteners, which I absolutely love. They glide over your hair so beautifully and make sure your hair doesn't rip or tug. And yeah, so I just went over my hair with the straighteners because it does go a little bit frizzy sometimes, and then I will show you my outfit. So that's everything, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Do give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and make sure to subscribe to see more of my videos, and do check out the down bar for all the products which I used and all the pieces I'm wearing, everything like that, so that you can have a look at them if you did really like them. And do of course leave me any comments in the comment section of any video requests, and also leave me comments of your favourite summer makeup products so that I can try them out. If I don't already have them, I can go pick them up or whatever. I just really like trying out summer makeup products because summer, I think, is my favourite time to experiment with makeup because there's just lovely bronzing products and highlighting products and lip products, which I love. So anyway, before I babble on too much, I will end this video. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye!